So I hope all you lap swimmers out there are ready to kick things back into gear. I've added a couple little segments as far as stretches and dry land to the video, so I hope you guys like that. But we'll get right into the questions. The first one is from Maruse Janice. Sorry. But this swimmer is actually having a little bit of trouble with syncing up her body as far as her stroke and her body roll. And this is something that a lot of swimmers actually struggle with, especially new swimmers or developing swimmers or lap swimmers. They struggle with this one a little bit as far as feeling funky in the water and getting everything, you know, to feel like it falls into place. I know I always seem to go back to this, but it really does involve relaxation at this point. When you can learn and train your body to actually relax while you're swimming, your body, number one, will learn the motions more easily. Number two is that it'll feel more fluid in the water and you're not trying to force certain motions. And that's one of the big things with swimming is not forcing the motions, allowing your body to actually perform the motions. Everything becomes more smooth, everything starts to connect and sync up, and then everything feels like you're moving through the water efficiently, which helps your confidence and helps you progress and everything. When everything feels like it's in place and everything's moving the way it's supposed to move. You know, don't overcomplicate things with numbers and too many patterns and different things like that, because if you read too much into swimming, it can get extremely technical when you get into the swimming science side of things. So you've got to be able to learn, but then be able to shut it down and be able to just perform the motions with relaxation. So I know that that's a basic answer, but those are the kind of answers that I like to give here. And I hope that helps you out, and I hope that gives you a little bit of confidence and direction moving forward as far as your development. Hey guys, I had to change up the format a little bit this week. Couldn't talk to you in store because the store was crazy loud, so I figured I'd just do it as a voiceover. I wanted to talk to you about resistance tubes. You can buy them that are pre-packaged like this. These are great to have on the pool deck, to have inside your pool bag, to take with you anywhere you go if you need to strengthen or loosen up your muscles and joints. These things are really terrific. There's also the new kind where you can buy just the handle and then you can interchange the cords, and you can go really strong with these if you want to. It's got spots to where you can actually put 3 cords into a set of handles, and that can become very, very strong. It's almost like weight training. So these things I would highly recommend getting if you're serious about swimming, if you're just getting into it, especially if you know that you've got certain areas that you really need to get loose on your body, or that take a long time in order to loosen up. I've actually got 2 sets that after I do my recording of them, as far as a demonstration showing you guys how to use them, I'm going to give them away right here on this show. So make sure that you check back, because I've got 2 sets that I'm going to mail out to somebody coming up pretty soon. All right, guys, last question this week is from Jason, and Jason's asking about the stroke depth, what's actually appropriate. I'm assuming he's probably talking about freestyle or backstroke. So what Jason is actually asking is, if you happen to be weaker, if you're weaker through your arms or through your shoulders or through your back, then what is the proper depth in order to be the most efficient in the water? So let's get into the basic knowledge that a lap swimmer would actually want to know. If you have some kind of injury, or if you have some kind of weakness, especially through your shoulder or through your back muscles, those 2 areas, it will benefit you to actually have a little bit of a more shallow stroke. That means that your stroke, as it's coming through, would actually be a little bit more shallow and closer to the surface of the water as you're swimming. All right, that'll be safer. You'll have more fun. It'll be more efficient for your stroke. You won't feel like you're flirting with hurting yourself all the time, which a lot of strokes, like with butterfly and freestyle and backstroke, sometimes you can feel like, you know, I might hurt myself if I go too hard with this. You'll eliminate that if you stay a little bit more shallow. So I hope that's not getting too technical. Sorry, Jason, if that's a little bit more than you wanted to know. All right, guys, and the last thing for this week is I'm gonna do a goggle giveaway. You guys want these right here? You need some lap swimming goggles? Be the first person on my Facebook page to actually go on there on this video. When I post this video on the Facebook page, the link is below. Be the first person to go on there and say, hey, send me the goggles, brand new, here's your Speedos, I'll get them in the mail to you. So to close things out, guys, I'm actually on March 5th, I'm gonna do a polar bear plunge. I'll probably make a video while I'm there. But I'm going to do a polar bear plunge, and it's to benefit Special Olympics, and I've got a page set up for donations. If you'd like to go on there and help support me while I do it, then I would really appreciate that. The money is not for me. It's not for me in any way. It's actually to help. It all goes to Special Olympics, but it's going to be pretty fun. I've done a few of these, and if any of you guys want to go out there, it's the one at Lake Cumberland in southern Kentucky, and that's where I will be on March 5th. So if anybody wants to show up out there, I will see you there. But if you want to help support me in my endeavor, then you can do that. The link is below. All right. So I hope everybody had a great break. I hope you guys are all doing well out there and everybody's back at it, getting back in the pool. And I will check you guys next Tuesday. All right, guys. Take care.